as soon as I go live, my tripod breaks, so give me a second. Get this thing back in working order here. All right. We had completed $500 in quarters. Finished the box yesterday. I finished it up on my own. We do have a ton of finds we want to go over. It was a really good box. Probably one of my best boxes so far. I did end up with a ton of new stuff, 2025 quarters and whatnot, which I'm still saving them for my collection. A couple of them. I found things like this. Lots of Stacy Park Milburn 2025 quarters. That was a new design that I had not seen before. Got a whole bunch more of these. I have seen these. I have these in my collection already. So the Reverend Dr. Polly Murray. Bunch of new stuff. Ended up with a few of these at Thea Gibson's. No errors on these ones. These are not the ones I'm planning on showing off to any extent today. There's a couple more. I found some of these. The Ida B. Wells. Another American Woman 2025. I have a whole stack of those. Better take up my Idaho quarter. So lots of new stuff. Other finds I've had. The 2009. The Northern Mariana Islands designs. The American Samoa. Found a bunch of those. I just like the hanging on 2009s. District of Columbia. Found a few of those. Some really nice Puerto Ricos. These ones were really hard for me to find to fill my original collection, the L Yunks. So I ended up with 3 L Yunks from one box, which is kind of crazy for me. I hadn't found any L Yunks for forever. Finally found some of those, so hanging on to those ones. Some of the other stuff, this is a super cool looking coin. A 1990, someone drilled a hole in it. Definitely not my top find. I got a really good one for you guys coming up here. We'll put that under the scope real quick. Someone just took a drill to it. Came up with a really nice condition Idaho quarter. I'm gonna put this one in a flip here after the show. Definitely not my best find yet. We did find a handful of these ones. These are 1965 and 1966. I believe these are the DDRs and the DDOs. Some of them are fairly minor. You can see a little bit of doubling showing up there on the left side of these letters. That's what most of these ones were, but I found a bunch of them. Like, I was really surprised. I went through a $500 box, covering some of the finds from the box. So yeah, 65, 66 is very common for me to find those, I guess. I didn't think they were really going to be that common. But wait till you see what I found in this box. It was very awesome. A couple of other minor finds. Just a cool toning. Got like a copper color to it. Just spent some time in the dirt. Nothing huge. Here's a 2021. Got a little die chip in the bottom next to that 2. It's kind of a cool find. See, you just have to check all of your coins. You can see right there, pretty clear lump metal there. I'll take that all day long. I'll look this up. The 2021 quarter die chip. I'll probably come up with a bunch of it's a Crossland Delaware quarter, looking for full crown die chips. This one just got a little die chips, probably a couple bucks. This is not the classic error that folks are looking for. You can get up to $60 for get a die chip in his hat on the rear. on the reverse. So that's just a minor die chip there at the bottom next to the 2. Cool find. I'll put that in the flip. Found a couple of these, the 2008 Extra Claw Alaskas. You just check out this claw here. You can see a little bit of extra metal there. It should be really crisp claws. So this would be what's known as the Extra Claw on the 2008. See that lump of metal there? And then I found another one of these as well. So typically I don't find a whole lot, but when you know what you're looking for, you can start picking up some speed. Here's the second one. Just so you guys know I'm not jerking you around. I did find 2 of these. And this one looks just a little bit different. See the extra clump of metal there? Smashed across the claws. So 2 of those are going in flips as well. 2008 Alaska Extra Claw. Came up with this one. This is a pretty good one. The Nevada Pooping Horse. You never seen that? So it's a 2006 Nevada. This one's a filly. We're just looking at that farthest back horse. And see right on his leg there, a little chunk of metal there. And these can vary. They can have big blobs on some. You can have little blobs. Nevada Pooping Horse. It's a die chip error. Let's look it up on the eBay. What was that? 2006. 2006. Nevada Pooping Horse. Sold listings on eBay, ungraded, couple bucks to $6. That's what I'm finding. So sweet find there. Next one we came up with. These are all minor errors compared to the one I'm coming up to. Here's an Eleanor Roosevelt hat. Got a little extra metal here up at the top, coming off her hat, going through that E. And it's not a postment damage, because then your E would also have a ding in it. I thought it was a scratch at first, but definitely a little die crack, die chip error worth hanging on to, worth looking at your coins. And I found all of them in a bank box, $500 a quarter as I went through, finished up the box yesterday. I did some of the box live, and then the rest of it I did on my own yesterday. And we're just going through what I found. All cool errors. Next one is this 1970. Nothing special about the 1970s. It's got some scratches on it, some wear. But then when I was looking at the date on the bottom, you check out that 0 in the 1970. And it's partially filled in. Definitely not supposed to look like that. I don't know specifically if it's damage or just a cracked die of some sort on this one. I don't even really know what I'd call it. If I'm on eBay looking at the sold listings, date filled 0. I suppose I should put quarter in there too. It's just really cool to find it like this. A cello, mint cello key date. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I think this would probably fall in the same category, like a couple bucks. Oh, we're coming up on that, Jennifer. Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, Tills, Nathan, Jennifer, welcome in. I'm gonna save my best one for last. It definitely blew me away, and it's really, whenever I look at it, it just still blows my mind. It's just kind of weird. I'm talking the best find from this quarter box specifically. Here is one I've been searching for a long time. This is a new quarter. It's a 2022 Denver. But you look at George's mouth there. It looks like he's got a little drooling going on, huh? This is what we're looking for, folks. This is on a Maya Angelou. So it's a new quarter. You can pull this out of your pocket any day of the week. This is the Drooling George. Chuck it under the scope here. Just have a little bit of extra metal there. A couple of lumps. They're not indent damage. These ones are lumps. I did verify that. So this is the Drooling George. I'm always just every single new quarter, all these quarters where he's looking to the right, I'm always like, check the nose wart, check for Drooling George. Check the nose wart, check for Drooling George. And that's why. Finally found one. It's been a long time coming. What's up, TA? Welcome in. We're just reviewing the $500 box that I finished up the other day. I'm just going through all the finds and just trying to check out what they might be worth. So this is a 2022 Maya Angelou Drooling George. I'm on eBay looking at the sold listings. Ungraded, looks like $6. $3 to $6, depending on the size of the extra chunk of metal here that you see on his mouth. Yeah, $3 to $6. Hey, I'll take it. I paid a quarter for this. It's worth $3 to $6. I will be putting it in a flip. That is for darn tootin'. Good old Drooling George. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate you as well. Here is, this one just got some toning. It probably was in some sort of fire or burned at some point. 2008, Alaska. See, this one does have all the claws really clear. The only reason I saved it is because it kind of looked cool. And then just as an example, I'll show you what the extra claw is. So this one you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really, really crisp, really clear claws. And then this one, we'll put this under the scope. See the difference there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have the 5, but then we have the extra claw. It's just a chunk of metal right in between there. So just to show you guys. Okay, next up, we have a couple of interesting ones. I've never seen them quite like this before. Check out the date on this one. If you catch the glint on it, you can see a bit of a 7 or a 3. I think it's a 7. 1987. But it's so weak. There, now you can see it all better there. I don't know if this is a grease or where. But then you chuck it under the scope. What happened to the 7? We have a quarter from the year 198. It is wild. There's supposed to be a 7 there. If you chuck the side light on, so you can kind of see it. It's super weak. It's so weak you can't even see it if you're looking at it straight on. Need a little extra side light on it. It's probably just worn out, but take the side light off. It just goes away. Washington quarter from the year 198. I think it's just a weak strike or a grease, some sort of a grease error. But when you look at it with the naked eye, it's something else. So definitely hanging on to that one. All right, next up, we have another interesting date one. This one's got like half of a 1. It's like, what happened to the other half of the 1? I'll call this the 1985 little 1. Chuck it under the scope for you guys. It seems like it got damaged, but there is like a grease thing going on. The rim is not damaged. The rim is, I would say, crisp rim. We do have a line going through the 1 where it gets cut off there. And then the 9 is kind of weak at the bottom portion of it. So it's not like this portion of the coin was getting rubbed by a machine or something, because the rim is in perfect condition. Yeah, it does kind of look like 1085. I would agree. It's got that little tail on it. Never found one like this before and since so far. I guess I haven't searched a whole lot of quarters since yesterday, but definitely a cool find. I don't even know what you'd call that. I'll say 1985. 1985 Greece date error quarter. Yeah, like you can't even find stuff on this. These are just minor things that I was looking at. Wait till I get to the best finds of the box. I got 4 lined up here at the bottom. I mean, I think the ones we've looked at are cool, like the Alaska extra claws. I love finding these. The pooping horse from Nevada. I love finding these. Like I'll find them all day long, or I'll look for that type of stuff. But wait till we get into the good stuff. Here's a bicentennial I found. It's actually in fairly decent shape, besides some schmooze on his cheek here. But I think this one had some questionable DDO attributes. You can see up here in Liberty, it looks like there's a little bit of a double, a little bit of a double on the I, a little bit of a double on the B. But then it kind of, yeah, a little bit up on the upper right of the E, a little bit on the R. It's just really weird. It's not the classic stuff that they're showing like in their examples, but it was enough for me to want to hang on to it and probably at least have someone else look at it, because you can get a double die variety 1976 little drummer boy quarter. Yeah, I'm definitely putting more of these. Got a little helper here. So definitely a cool thing to find. It's not the classic double die, but I think I'll put it in a flip anyway. Can't really see it with the naked eye, but it was enough doubling attributes for me to want to hang on to it. So that's what I did. Along with those, I found another stack of bicentennials. Pretty standard for $500 box. I got, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 or so total bicentennials. I typically hang on to all of my bicentennials just because I do like the drummer boy design. If I get rolls of them, maybe I can sell them as rolls or whatever, but definitely cool finds. And you guys can find these all day long. They're not rare by any means, but the Denver variety or the Denver mint, you can find a double die obverse that's worth more. What's up, Zatrina? Zatrina and Leo, what's going on, guys? This one has 2 dates on it. This is the bicentennial commemorative design. So, United States obviously founded or formed in 1776, and this is the 1976 quarter. So, 200-year anniversary of the United States of America. They want to do a little extra design on these ones. Okay, just as a quick recap, we went over the Drooling George. We touched on this 1970 with like a filled 0 at the bottom. We did the Eleanor Roosevelt. You can kind of see up at the top, there's an extra die crack or die chip coming out of her hat on the left going towards the E. We had 2 of these Alaska extra claw errors. You guys missed it. Extra claw there. We had the Nevada pooping horse. This one's a 2006. We had the 07, minted in 198. You can barely see the 7 there. And 1085, it's supposed to be in 1985, but the 1 and the 9 are kind of chopped. So the good finds of this box, we had 4 of them. Actually, I would say with the Alaska ones, the Pooping Horse, the Drooling George. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 4 more that topped the list. So here's another bicentennial design. This one was in such good shape, I had to throw it in a flip right away. Sorry, there's a little bit of a glare on it, but you can see this. Let's compare it to this one. Obviously the same year. This one's got a ton of scratches on it, ton of wear. This one is in like beautiful condition. Check out the reverse. Like no bag marks, no gouges, no scratches. It was awesome. So I wanted to save that one. Oh, Jennifer, just dawned on me that you might be wondering about these ones. These ones have 2 different dates on them. So Alaska, I believe, became a state in 1959, but the quarter year is 2008. So the state quarters will have a different year on them. Just dawned on me that might have been your question. Okay, moving on. We found a 1999 Delaware Spitting Horse. So this one, just look at the horse's mouth, and there should be a line going from the horse's mouth through the, anywhere from the C to the A. Delaware Spitting Horse. And let's look this one up. Delaware Spitting Horse error. So these sold as recently as 2 days ago. 1999 P. Delaware State Quarter Spitting Horse, circulated, ungraded, for $10. There's other versions, $3, $6. Some of them sold for $1. Like they're worth at least a couple bucks. It also kind of depends on the overall condition of the coin, but XF to AU, 12, 13 bucks. 20 bucks they sell. Like they're all over the place. And these are all in 2026. Sold listings, ungraded. 10 bucks, 2 bucks. But this is pretty sweet that I just found this one in a box of quarters from the bank, which means this could have been in your pocket a couple weeks ago, got rolled in a North Dakota bank, and then shipped over to my house, and I found it. This one's pretty heavily circulated for sure. Definitely worth saving that. Moving up the chain to number 2.
What did we get, Dad?
A W quarter. 2019 W, River of No Return. West Point Mint. What's up, Chew? So 2019 and 2020 quarters. There's a few different designs of each year, but they only made 2 million of each design with a W mint. The rest are Philadelphia and Denver mints. So these are more rare, therefore they are more valuable. So these are 20 to 30 bucks depending on the condition you find them in. I think I'm up to 6 or 8 West Point mints total. I went through, I don't know, a dozen $500 quarter boxes. So super easy to remember, 2019 or 2020, or if all you're looking for is the W, just look for the W, and it's always going to be on a 2019 or 2020. They specifically made these for people to search for and collect. So that was an awesome find. The W Mint. So 2019. Check out eBay's. So ungraded W, 20 bucks, 15 to 20 bucks. Graded, I'm at 66, worth over $75. $20, 2019 W. Obviously, if you get them graded, that value can go up. Super fun to find them though, because everyone knows. I mean, not everyone. Everybody should know. $2019, $2020, flip it, look for the W. Okay, we went over a lot of different things today, but this next one is my favorite find of all time. And I'm just gonna give you guys a little example. So this is just a different quarter that we looked at. So every time I'm looking at quarters, I always flip it bottom to top, bottom to top. And I try to do it fairly quickly. You can see the design lines up pretty good. If I accidentally flip it and it's like this, like, oh man. So I'll flip it and then turn it over slowly and see if the other design is straight up and down. But this last one, I found this 1967 rotated die error. Now, when I first flipped this one, I didn't really believe, like, oh yeah, I must have messed it up in my hand. But then I flipped it over a few more times. I realized this one was actually a pretty rare error. You guys ready? So the reason I put in a flip for the purpose of this is so you guys couldn't dispute like he's not flipping it right, because it's in a flip, it's not moving. So you flip it over and check that out. Check that out. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be straight up and down. Look at that, buddy. Watch. I'll flip it over again. Straight up and down, right? And when I flip it over, is it supposed to be straight up and down still?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
See, look how crookedy it is. Isn't that cool? Yeah. You gotta turn it. So it's like a 45-degree rotation error right there. This is my favorite find. Never found one of these, especially in the wild. I've seen it at coin stores and whatnot in the past, but I've never found one, especially like just doing quarters at the house. Flip it over, bam, 45-degree rotated die error. So I tried to search for some of these. I'm just going to put 45-degree rotated die. Order. So the reason I explained in the beginning, like when I flip over coins every time the same way, this is what I'm looking for, but I think they're pretty rare. Like you can get ones that are just slightly off a couple degrees, but this one was so far off, it just blew me away. So I'm trying to find, like the initial stuff I've looked for, there's stuff $half rotated 110 degrees counterclockwise. This one is 45-degree counterclockwise. And the value really starts going up once you do hit that 45-degree mark. So I think this being a 45-degree rotation, I mean, at least $20 and just goes up from there, from what I could find. The quarter itself is not in that great shape, but Silver Turkey, keep looking. This is my first one too, so they are out there. They are available in your pocket change. Definitely worth looking for. What else? Well, we went over the Delaware spitting horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went over the 76 bicentennial in really good shape. Yeah, we went over the pooping horse. Went over all kinds of them. What are you guys' favorite ones to find? We went over the W mint. We went over all kinds of them. Oldest penny I have, Jennifer, it's 1859. I believe it's 1859. Indian cent. Had to buy that one from a coin guy. That's okay. So I had 2 Alaska extra claws, a Delaware spitting horse, some of these funky dates, a potential DDO, 1976. And I found all kinds of these new women quarters. These ones just, they shine, they stick out in the roll, they shine. Juliet Gordon Lowe. All kinds of those. I am saving those to fill up my book. Or I need a design of each one. Whole stack of these Stacy Park Melbourne quarters. Very shiny. Very not heavily circulated yet. A bunch of these. Reverend Dr. Polly Murray. Once again, very shiny. Sometimes these stick out in coin rolls and they make me think they're like proof coins or something. And then I have this design. The Althea Gibsons. Oldest out of the collection. I still want to say it's that Indian cent, but I might have some old nickels. Oh, buddy.
Instead of 4.
You found those 4, didn't you?
I only have 4.
Yeah. We'll have to do some $50 hunts soon, hey? That'd be pretty sweet. I think it's that 1859 is still my oldest, which is what, 75 years after the inception of the United States of America. I'm going to do some adjustments. I'm going to put these into some flips. Get them ready for the coin book. See if I don't knock this thing over now. So I got these ones. This one is going in a flip. 1970 filled zeros going in a flip. My Drooling George is going in a flip. Got a nice stack of flips right here, ready to go. Got took my stapler was on my desk right here. You took it. Got Milton's stapler ready to go. Buddy, what'd you do with my pen? Oh, here it is. Here's my pen. We'll start off with good old Drooling Georgie here. You can get these from Hobby Lobby, these flips, or you can get them online. Get in there. Oh no. There we go. Now it's working. Thought it was all staples at first. Come on. That's what you get. What you get with the swing lines. I gotta do a little stapler maintenance. Double side. Oh, that'd probably look pretty clean, huh? Double side tape. It's a good idea. Got a staple stuck in my stapler sideways. My boy, he takes the stapler and he busts them. He breaks them down into little tiny sections. And then they're impossible to use. More of these. I'll have to invest in some double-sided tape for sure. It sounds like a great idea. I know, huge investment. See if I can't get this to work. Just not working out the way I want. Oh, it's just jamming them in there. The swing line is not as premium as I would have thought. Unfortunately, I don't have any double-sided stick tape on me right now. So we'll go ahead and try to do some stapler maintenance on the go. There we go. Come on out, you crank. Oh, there's like a dozen staples stuck in there. Not too surprised. Let's try again. I feel like there's one more staple stuck way down deep in there. Oh, there we go. There's the last one. The obstruction has been cleared. There we go. She's working now. Back in business. Now it's going to work for us. There we go. So 2022 Drooling George. There we go, folks. I don't have a very good naming convention system. Here's one of those 2008 Alaskas we found. I know some people do 2 staples on these. So there's a 2008 Alaska Extra Claw. Philly. And we had a second one of those. Silver Turkey, you sound like you are far more organized than I am. Here's my system from before. If I'm saving it, it goes in a cup, goes in a pile. So this is a huge step up for me. Sounds like I could learn a thing or two from you, though. So this is a 2008 Philly as well. Here's my 2021. Has a little die chip on the bottom there above the 2. It's the Cross in Delaware. Not to get it confused with the Cross in the Delaware hat die chip. This one just got a die chip on the obverse right above the 2. And it was big enough that I just noticed it when I was glancing on the side of the quarter. So 2021 Philly. I think I'll let this one flip too. This one's just in a really, really good shape. It's Idaho quarter 2007. D Idaho. Just in such fine shape, it had to get a flip of its own. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I didn't put these in flips. I knew kind of what they were. I had them in stacks. So at least I'm doing better than I was before. But see, I started, especially the ones where you kind of need a microscope, partial floating roof, no FG. So yeah, these definitely within an arm's reach now when I'm searching. What do you guys call that one? Just damaged. What do you think, buddy? You kind of want that one? Oh yeah. Do you want to put it in a flip? Should I put it in one of these things?
No, I'm not looking at stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, that quarter found a home real quickly. I don't know if this one's worth a flip either, but just a weak 7, like a very weak 7. Ah, what the heck? Let's do it. 1987. Oh, I gotta put this pooping horse one in there too. So I think this is supposed to be a P mint mark. I'm trying to find the mint. I think that's a P there. No, it looks like a D. What do you guys think? Is that a D or a P? Let's compare it with a similar year. I guess if there was a mint mark, it'd be a D, right? I don't know if they put P's on those. I should know this off the top of my head. What are D's? Got a whole bag of coins here off to the side. Okay, I found a P and I found a D. So we'll compare these. So here's a P. This is just try to help me get my direction at where I'm looking, and just to the right of this ponytail ribbon there. Got like a damaged D. Okay, then my I'm losing my mind, losing my coins. Here it is. Oh, of course I put in a flip already. It's right in front of my face. Okay, so this is the one we're looking for the mint mark on it. Kind of looking like a P to me. It's really hard to see under the scope though. Yeah, I'll call it a P. $19.87. P. Call it week 7. It literally does not come in under the scope, just with the reflection of the light. And the mint mark is also very weak as well. That's what I'm thinking. It's a grease strike, some sort of grease strike. What else we got here? Same thing on this one. The 1 and the 9 seem to be a hack job compared to the rest of them. $19.85. Oh, that didn't sound good. Oh! Try that one again. Oh no, the swing line. It's eating me.
What is it? What's eating you?
The swing line's busted again.
Mine. Why?
Well, because it keeps messing up the staples. This swing line is trash, I tell you. Trash. Yeah, double stick tape is sounding more and more like what I'd like to do. All right, we're back in business. So this is a 1985, another weak date or grease error. 1985. Ah, Philly. Uh, some sort of grease something or something. I'll just put date error on there for now. I thought the swing line was the premium because Milton, my good buddy over at that whatever paper company he worked at, Milton, he always had his red swing line, and you can't steal his stapler. But I think it partially has to do with all of my staples being busted into little sections like this and like this. You know, you give a boy a stapler and he'll tear it apart and bust it open.
What are we gonna get? That's a lot.
Yeah. Here's the Nevada 2006 Pooping Horse. This one gets its own flip as well. I spend more time on stapler maintenance than flip creation. 2006 Philly. Philly. The Pooping Horse. Good find there. We have this partially filled zero in 1970. 1970 Denver. Silver Turkey, where are you located? I'm rural North Dakota, so I was super pumped to start finding 2025 quarters up in circulation up here. I have not seen any 2026s in anything I've dealt with so far, but give me about a year, maybe a year and a couple months, we'll start getting 2026s up here. This is a 1970, yeah, New York. Awesome. Well, I'm happy for you guys. You get circulation much quicker. So 1970 Denver, another date error. I'll call it the filled zero. It's only partially filled, but this one's just a very small one. This is the Eleanor Roosevelt. You can see up on top of her hat, up towards the E, a little dye chip or dye crack or something. So I'll throw that in one. '23 Denver. Oh, great. the die chip hat. Not that super descriptive, but it is enough for me. This one's kind of a questionable one. I thought it had enough attributes on it. Look at the L, the I, and the B, and the E, and the R, and Liberty. It's kind of looking like the double die obverse, but it kind of also doesn't. I don't know. I think I could go either way with it. Looks like it kind of might just have some damage on it, maybe. That's just black gunk. Oh, it's much nicer now. It's in very fine shape. I'll just throw it in a flip. All my bicentennials don't get this type of treatment, just the nice ones. I wonder if this one's better than my other one. They're actually both in very good shape. Nice. So this one's also same thing, 76. That's where I got these flips from Hobby Lobby, and then I also got the you talking about the plastic pages? I got a set of those with these flips. Put them in a 3-ring binder. I think that's all the quarters that I was gonna throw in. I'm not sure why this one's out. I think this is just a bicentennial. I have a stack of bicentennials. All of my bicentennials, they do not get flips. They just go in a bag. They go in with the rest of them. Brian says, hold your coins from the edge. Yeah, dude. I wish I was more organized. I was just telling the other guys. This, for me, this is a huge upgrade. Huge upgrade. Actually having flips. Yeah, I know. It's going to bug me that these staples aren't all straight. But here's my old system. I got some old nickels. I got some foreign stuff in here. This is my old system. Here's what I would do. Oh, I'm going to save these. Put them in a cup. Put them in a bowl. I got several plastic containers full of coins that I'm just saving. But so this, for me, this is awesome. And if you print labels and if you want to go ahead and do all that, more power to you. That's all I'm going to say. I do have a bunch of pennies that I have to get into flips as well. See, this one I did 2 angled staples. These ones I did 3 straight crooked staples. I don't know what the best method is. I've seen both. I kind of like the double stick tape idea Silver Turkey had instead of having staples at all. It'd be looking a lot cleaner. I do have a label maker. It doesn't have any ink in it though. Love you, buddy. So I am out of quarters. I do have a few boxes of pennies and I have a quarter box of nickels I still need to look through. But this organization level for me, let's look at this. Where'd it go now? My rotated die. This is the only one I printed in blue. So a 67 rotated die. I'd say what, 45 degrees? Slightly over 45 degrees? Maybe 50 degrees? I think it just trips me out every time. You flip it over. You know what you're expecting in your mind. You've searched plenty of coins in the past. You flip it over. It's like your brain just has to do that correction every single time. That was my funnest find. Definitely. That, I got the Pooping Horse, 2006 Pooping Horse. I got this one with a date error. The 1 and the 9 are maybe possibly struck through grease. 2021 P die chip right above the 2 and the date. A very nice 2007 Denver minted Idaho quarter. Very much uncirculated. The partially filled 0 in 1970. Pretty cool. The good old Drooling George die chip right at his mouth there. It's in the 22 My Angelo Drooling George. The 87 Philly Week 7. If you get the sun just right, you can see the 7 there. Right about there. Super weak. Doesn't even come in under the microscope. Look at it straight on. A couple of these 2008 Philly, Alaska extra claws. That's one of them. Here's the other one. Just extra metal within them claws there. 2023 Eleanor Roosevelt die chip in the hat. Upper left goes towards the E. 76 Denver bicentennial. This one is like a possible DDO and Liberty. Very nice shape otherwise. I pulled this one just for how nice it was. Another 76 bicentennial. Very nice shape. The good old 99 Delaware spitting horse. See that spit coming right out of his mouth, running right towards that C and Caesar. Man, you put stuff that flips, you can't see it quite as good anymore. Everything's got a little glare on it. Oh, that's a penny one. And the good old 2019 W. River of No Return. West Point Mint. Straight in the flip. Get in the flip. So that's what I had for you today, guys. Got a bunch of good finds. Full stack. Have all kinds of 2025 American women quarters from the finds as well. Kind of curious what other people find when they're searching as well. This is the type of stuff I'm looking for. Rotated dies is the top funnest one to find, in my opinion. W mints are right up there. The classic die chips are pretty sweet. I'd really love to find a Wisconsin high leaf, low leaf, or a Minnesota extra tree, things like that. I do have a couple of Cross and Delaware hat die chips. But thanks for hanging out. Catch you guys in the next one. We'll end it right there.